तो आप जोक्स कैसे बनाते हैं? Bro, you're smart.
ये why did that come as a surprise to you?
To sacrifice my own life for Pakistan.
I want to sacrifice my life for Pakistan. Driver गाड़ी लाओ, driver please गाड़ी लाओ. गरीब लोग हैं अंदर. देखिए मैंने गरीब लोग मेरे को देख रहा है. You really deserve Pakistan. अब से मैं ये बोलूँगा किसी ने मुझे ट्रोल किया ना, ऐसा you really deserve Pakistan.
But I think Pakistan is coming up there. अभी आ रहा है अब.
ठीक है वेट कर. हाँ जाए कितने देर है 5 मिनट 10 मिनट. And I think sometimes we confuse potential with talent. The potential is there. The potential exists all around the world. We need to have a people-centric approach. We need to account for the fact that every single life is precious. पूरे मुल्क में अगर कोई स्कूल ही नहीं है, कोई इंस्ट्रूमेंट खरीदने की काबिलियत ही नहीं है उसमें, तो करना क्या है उस टैलेंट का? Our conversations are like rivers. I think when they flow, they flow. Good podcasts are like a good date.
Oh my God, Shehzad, I'm dying laughing.
You'll be unknown soon. And you're gonna make it happen, bro.
So you love it.
You love it. And not everybody you pay to stand there. Some of them genuinely. ऑन कैमरा भी यही हूँ, ऑफ कैमरा भी यही हूँ, लाइफ में मिलेंगे तो भी ऐसा ही हूँ.
And today, he is a comedian, storyteller, truth teller, and the fearless host of the Pakistan Experience. He made us laugh, he's made us think, and वो कभी कभार लोगों को uncomfortable भी बहुत ज़्यादा कर देते हैं.
I'm sorry about last night, Zahra. I'm really sorry about last night.
क्या हुआ last night? Shehzad.
Yes. Oh. का नाम भी नहीं पता. Oh. The man needs no introduction. But what's his name?
What's his name?
शीला की चवानी.
Oh no. What's my name?
खड़े होके खड़े.
Okay. So Shehzad Riaz.
Riaz. जी.
I call you Shehzad.
That's why.
Shehzada.
That's what my name is.
Shehzada. Okay. So मैंने आपके लिए बहुत कोई questions prepare कर चुकी हूँ मैं.
Zehra, Zerila, Zeriu, Zeher. How do you say your name?
My name is Zara.
Okay, Zara.
Zara. Okay.
मिट्टी से मेरे भी लोग ना जो शूट करें जो सेट कि आपके आने से पहले Zara समय
मेरे पीछे कितने लोग खड़े हुए होते हैं और
Alhamdulillah. And not everybody you pay to stand there. Some of them genuinely. Oh yeah, Deepak Chopra is working self-awareness.
मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड को मैं बार डिनर से निकालती जा गया.
How can I be your best friend? So, yes.
Bro, आप बहुत मजेदार फनी जोक्स करते हैं.
आपको आ चुकी हैं स्टैंड
मैंने आए था
इधर पीछे बेसमेंट में जो शो था.
तो मैं आई थी वहाँ और मैं हंस के मैं परेशान हो गई यार. वो एक दफा you guys, तो you were like एक साइड ऑफ द रूम ये कहो यार
वो रिपीट नहीं
होगा बिकॉज़ वो अनसेंसर्ड अंडरग्राउंड था. And I was like ये बंदा कौन है, कहाँ से है, ये कराची में क्या कर रहा है, please protect this man at all costs. Seriously यार. तो आप जोक्स कैसे बनाते हैं आपके?
A lot of it just comes out of observation. Simple observations, and a lot of it is life experience. जो आपने शो सुना था, which had a lot of sexual content in it.
Sexual content and what sad jokes भी थे उसके अंदर.
तो वो तो बहुत ज़्यादा personal experience से था. So sometimes you experience one thing, but then you escalate it for the sake of a joke. तो अगर कोई चीज अगर किसी से मिलकर हुई हो, तो if you place that same thing in the hotel room with the same person, right? If maybe if it happened at dinner.
हाँ.
It's awkward, but it's less awkward. But now you place that same situation in a hotel room where you're alone, और फिर insinuation उसमें एक already लोग assume कर लेते हैं कि अगर होटल, तो वो awkwardness का जो level है वो बढ़ जाता है. So then the intensity of what the joke is or the release of the पंच लाइन वो एस्केलेट हो जाती है, वो बढ़ जाती है,
बढ़ जाती है, तो आप बोल रहे हो टाइमिंग जरूरत होता है
टाइमिंग तो हर चीज के लिए।
What is the hardest truth about Pakistan? Then आपको लगता है असलियत पाकिस्तान के बारे में चल लोग तैयार नहीं है एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए?
I think there is this notion that there is a lot wrong where we don't tend to look in the mirror, and the idea is there is a lot of talent.
Yeah.
I think that's what it boils down to, that we somehow convinced ourselves that we're massively talented. There's just circumstances which haven't gone our way. The truth is, the unfortunate truth is that the talent doesn't exist. You look at any industry, the talent is simply not there. And I think sometimes we confuse potential with talent. The potential is there. The potential exists all around the world. So it's not a genetic argument that I'm making that we're genetically inferior to somebody else or we're incapable. But if the opportunities are not given, एक मुल्क जहां पर आपके 20% बच्चे malnutrition से सफर करते हैं, since they haven't gotten the basic physical nutrition, उनकी capability, capacity आपने already कम कर दी है. So you have children with stunted growth, then you don't send them to school. You have the most out of school children in the world right now. In the world, the most out of school children are in Pakistan. तो जी आप उनको खाना नहीं दे रहे, आप उनको पढ़ाई नहीं दे रहे, तो वो टैलेंट खुदा ने तो दे दिया होगा, बट आपने तबाह कर दिया. सो पर्सन हु इज नॉट बीन फेड, हु इज नॉट बीन एजुकेटेड, अब वो जब बड़ा होगा, सो इवन दिस आइडिया ऑफ द यूथ कॉलेज दैट वी आर अ यंग नेशन एंड एवरीबॉडी वांट्स यंग पीपल टू बी देयर, बट आप करेंगे क्या इनका? बिना एजुकेशन के जो बड़े होंगे, मेरी अब जो आइडियाज हम प्रमोट कर रहे हैं, तो आई फियर व्हाट this generation will do when they grow up.
Oh my God, what an answer! Very good. First, jab aapne not like you said we're not talented, I was like, let me pull out some of my work just to you know.
Are you to prove me?
No. Dude, that's an amazing insight that talent hai, lekin wo.
Yeah, but we use it as an excuse. Oh, we're very talented. But how?
Yeah.
How? I mean, I'm sure somebody's born with the musical ability. That's it. ठीक है ना? वो आप दुनिया भर में अगर एक करेंगे तो आपको एक इक्विलिब्रियम मिल जाएगा. अच्छा जी, म्यूजिकल एबिलिटी 1 out of 100 में होती. पर पूरे मुल्क में अगर कोई स्कूल ही नहीं है, कोई इंस्ट्रूमेंट खरीदने की काबिलियत ही नहीं है उसमें, तो करना क्या है उस टैलेंट का?
Oh यार. Oh, that's impressive. तो अभी आपको क्या लगता है फिर क्या करना चाहिए? और स्कूल्स बनाने चाहिए, और क्या हम क्या कर सकते हैं to make the country better and to get the talent out there?
I think change how we view everything. I think our basic fundamental philosophy is के जी घास खा लेंगे, मुल्क को बचा लेंगे. Even if there is one blade of grass, we would all die defending, and blade of grass would defend करके करना क्या? Right? I think it's the people who matter. We need to have a people-centric approach. We need to account for the fact that every single life is precious. I think we look at people in terms of numbers. So let's say if the cost of development is 10,000 लोग मर जाएंगे, 10 lakh लोग displaced हो जाएंगे. We're willing to pay that cost too easily in Pakistan. Whether it's for a housing society, whether it's for an expressway. If you can go from your barrier down investment to your DHA lot in 20 minutes, you're willing to displace 10 lakh people because you don't think the lives of those people hold any value. Let alone we get down to biodiversity. अच्छा जी, अब जो मलीर एक्सप्रेसवे बन रहा है, मलीर रिवर की जो बायोडाइवर्सिटी थी, वो तो हम दूर नहीं सोच रहे ना. मछलियों के बारे में सोचो, ये तो मैं आर्गुमेंट कर ही नहीं सकता जहां हम इंसानों के बारे में नहीं सोच रहे. So if we start looking at the people of Pakistan as potential rather than assets, rather than resources, rather than them as being cannon fodder for political parties or engines of growth in terms of the physical labors that they will provide, we grow together. I think there's a certain class that wants to grow alone. जैसे कैट होमन जी की वाइट फ्रैंक को बोला था कि भाई, how long will you live so largely solar for so many people? There's a storm coming, Miss Zahra.
Wow, bro, you're smart. You really.
Why did that come as a surprise to you?
You know something on the top of your head, you're coming up with all these answers, and you know, इसलिए आपको शो के लिए इतना ज़्यादा नहीं prep
okay. And I don't know if you can show that in the camera. People can only see the Fair and Lovely का जो logo छाप कर आपने Zehra का logo बनाया. But behind this is a lot of prep that goes in, and I'm surprised कि इतनी मेहनत लगती है.
हाँ शायद आपकी नहीं बिकॉज आप बहुत स्मार्ट है और आपके दिमाग में आपकी सारी, लेकिन मेरे से बंदे भी
आपने आज इंटिमिडेट कर दिया है. बिकॉज व्हेन आई केम डाउन देयर इज अ पर्सन होल्डिंग अ साइन. मेरी तो कभी किसी ने एयरपोर्ट पे नहीं पकड़ा, मेरी पॉडकास्ट पे. एंड देन व्हेन आई कम इन देयर इज अ टीम, देयर इज पीपल टेकिंग केयर ऑफ यू, देयर इज ऑल दीस प्रिंटेड प्रॉपर्ली. मैं तो बहुत amateur setup run कर रहा हूँ यार.
Oh yeah. Are you serious? Oh my god, yeah. I take it really seriously. I was like, you know, नीचे हो, खड़े हो जाओ with the board. Make sure that the guest comes like treated like royalty. And we won't be, one of my main team members is not here today. And this is the first show without her. And I was like, कैसे होगा, कैसे को क्यों feel.
So turns out she's not needed. She's superfluous. You can get rid of it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You're fired. You're fired. क्या नाम है?
Too little late for that.
What's her name?
No, I love her. Okay. So now, मुझे okay, but tell me. So comedy, criticism, and truth telling.
Oh my God, CCT.
CCT. How do you?
How do I know the full letter of every word? Because I'm older than 5.
How do you draw the line between them? How do you know that अच्छा ये मैं कर सकता हूँ, ये मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ, ये मैं बोल सकता हूँ, ये मुझे नहीं छेड़ना है?
यार आपको खुद अपनी लाइंस होती है, right? Like if you go out with friends, it's not like you've sat at home and made a list कि मैंने ये बातें करनी, ये बातें नहीं करनी. आपको generally पता है, this was told to me in private. This is not conversation to have with friends. This is something that this person is sensitive about. This is not what I'm going to joke about. Race, gender, these things are problematic in general in society. So I'm not going to go out with friends and just be like, oh, yeah. But it's the same with comedy. Everybody has their own moral center, their own moral compass. उसके accordingly आप करते हैं, उसमें आप गलतियां करते हैं. You can only know where the line is once you cross it. And then you're like, oh, oops. तो कभी नो बॉल हो जाती है. हाँ, but then there's plan B for that. So I go to the pharmacy and rewrite my joke. कज़न का वो नोटपैड चाहिए होता है ना वहाँ से. आप पे क्या लगता है? अच्छा नहीं.
Pharmacy से आप
pen and notepad. Then I rewrite my joke.
Yeah. Okay, then it sorts everything out.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, यार.
Absolutely.
Okay, तो आप एक experience बताएं. If you can be serious, seriously, I can't. If you can, एक backlash moment के बारे में हमें share करने चाह रहे हैं तो please आप कर लें. क्या कुछ हुआ और फिर लोग बहुत गुस्से हो गए आपके ऊपर, फिर क्या हुआ? How did you emotionally and physically handle that?
I think ये तो मेरे साथ हर रोज होता है. Backlash क्या, अब तो मैं backlash बनने वाला हूँ. जितनी मुझे ऑनलाइन गालियां पड़ती हैं, you can't take it seriously. You have to look at the online world as if ये Sims के characters and they don't actually exist in society. तो वो it's the way I see अगर ट्विटर पर मुझे गालियां पड़ रही हैं, like अगर आप Sim City खेल रहे हैं और वो एक टाइफून आ गया, yes, you're trying to prevent the typhoon from destroying the city, but at the end of the day, once you disconnect, वो Sim City है, उसको मिल घर को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, मीनाली को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. Yes, sometimes पड़ता है. Sometimes the threats get closer to boom.
Right.
So, yeah, so that's scary. But other than that, in general backlash, the people don't determine when I've made a mistake. I determine when I made a mistake. It's for me to know. And I feel like इतने साल इतनी बकवास करने के बाद I have a good sense to also own my mistakes. I've been in the public eye for 50 years at this point. I've been making content for 15 years at this point. तो of course 15 साल में आपसे गलतियां होती हैं. And there are multiple times where I've been like, Mia Kalpa, not Mia Khalifa this time. पर मेरी गलती है. I'm sorry that you crossed the line. I should not have. But then I'm move on. So yeah, I don't like people dragging me back. So somebody mentioned something. मैं आपके 7 साल पहले शो पे आया, somebody बोला था, हाँ बोला मैं सीख रहा था, मैं गलत था, ये जो बेसिस है, उस टाइम मैंने इसके लिए अपोलोजाइज कर लिया है, मैं मूव ऑन हो चुका हूँ। आप अगर नहीं हुए, ये आपका मसला है।
Sounds like a you problem to me. This
Absolutely. Sometimes like,
yeah.
and it's
People
like
are allowed to grow. People are allowed to
in real life. If somebody comes to you and says you were mean to me in college, and you're like, yeah, I'm really sorry, I was 18.
You're right.
Yes. So I'm sorry I did that. Sure, I take accountability. But if you're going to hate me for that, or if you're going to go other people and be like, don't be Zara's friend, she said this to me in college 15 years ago. None of us knew better 15 years ago.
No.
Yes.
Totally. And that's amazing.
Huh.
That you seem very healed. Are you in therapy?
I was in therapy for many years.
Yeah, we all are.
No.
We need to be.
Like the era of therapy is over. Now it's drugs.
We all are.
No.
We need to be drugs.
Yeah,
Don't do drugs, kids.
yeah.
Cut.
I've been a green flag for too long.
Wow.
It's red flag time.
Yes. Wow.
I wish I had sunglasses. I could have. It's Britney, bitch.
Wow, dude, I'm so happy with that answer, and inshallah, I feel even if, although I don't have like people commenting like you do, if I even get one negative comment in here, it hurts me. Like, but you're right that if
We need to get more of that.
yeah, then I need to get more of that. Bring it on, or
ये तो आपको देखना तो पड़ेगा कि हम किस सोसाइटी में हैं
हाँ.
और हम जनरली लोगों की क्या ओपिनियन। सो अगर लेट्स से if you were teaching at a school that's co-education, I'm sure a lot of Pakistanis will have the problem with that school even existing. Can I stop teaching because so many people think girls should not be sent to school in Pakistan?
No.
I mean, आप अगर qualitatively देख रहे हैं, there are probably hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions, who believe that girls should not be sent to school. Now imagine if you wake up and every single one of them commented on your Instagram because you were teaching or if you were going to school. You wouldn't take it seriously.
Yeah, I
right?
wouldn't.
तो उसी तरह है कि yes कहने को 10,000 comment आ गए which are negative. In the larger scheme of things, 25 million people या 10,000 लोग क्या हैं? हाँ
अरे जबरदस्त। तो कभी ऐसे कोई टाइम आया आपकी लाइफ में when you were like, चलो I want to stop this.
No, every day. I just genuinely
every day, every second में हो जाए, बस बहुत हो गया. I'm done with you guys.
हाँ. And like I think the past year I've been speaking about this on the podcast as well, and then people are also confused कि भाई ये रोक रहे हो नहीं रोक रहे हो बंद कर रहे हो personal experience क्या चाह रहे हो ये one and me. Are you dying about stopping it but then you don't stop it? But that is my own conflict at play in the public eye.
Wow. Wow.
Because it's mentally I've come to a point where I realize it's not worth it. But I can't get myself to stop because I also feel like some of the work I do at least is important in my mind. तो वो बस conflict चल रही है. वो कभी दूसरी साइड जीतती तो बंद हो जाएगा. But mentally, if I was to sit down, put the pros and cons on paper, the decision is quite clear to me that I should not run.
Wow, I can't believe you said that. Why? Because I was at a friend's house like over the weekend और ये लड़की ने she's like you know manager, she's managing our list. तो वो आ रही है मेरे पास, she's like हाँ हम आएंगे आपके शो पे तब and then she very seriously asked me that Sarah, you know you've done so many podcasts, तो तुम्हें क्या मिला? So मैं भी सोच रही थी जो यार but I got happiness and I got the conversations and I think that that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Right?
I know regrets.
For you, what it was always about the conversations for me. It was never about to say kuch hoga, kuch, you know. तो
नहीं regret तो life में मतलब नहीं.
हाँ. तो मतलब आपको what are the pros? What are the cons?
I've grown as a person. The experience has been so enriching.
हाँ.
I have learned so much from so many people. Mortal Kombat अगर आपने बचपन में खेला हो तो वो you know, the Shao Kahn takes the soul of the person that he competes with. So I feel like every single person who comes on the podcast teaches me something. कभी-कभी उसको पता भी नहीं होता कुछ insight and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way to think about things. And once you get enough interesting ways to think about things, then you realize that There are multiple ways to think about these. So then the next time you have an idea that you're bowling on, that you feel like my opinion is superior to everybody else's, and there can be no other possibility. Mojo Jojo, आप सोचना शुरू हो जाएं कि I'm the only one, and there can be no other. Having gone through the experience of getting so many varied perspectives, and your perspective having listened to them, the next time you hold an opinion true and dear to yourself, you will estimate yourself and realize that इस पे भी multiple perspectives हो सकते हैं. तो आपके सोचने का तरीका, आपके जीने का तरीका, आपके रहने का तरीका, हर चीज ग्रो हो जाता है. तो no regrets, absolutely. For me, it's not about क्या मिला, क्या नहीं मिला. For me, it's at this point I'm doing the podcast down the barrel of a gun. तो वो बस चल ना जाए, मुझे बस ये डर है.
आपको लग रहा है बहुत eyes हैं आपके ऊपर और like I don't get it.
Bo Burnham, all eyes on me चल रहा है मेरा. नहीं, हाँ, you face it online, then you face it from other people who make attack videos on you, then you get messages, then people start leaking your address online, then you get phone calls. तो वो सब cumulatively जो है ना, it just gets too much.
Yeah. So then you were like, yeah, is it worth it? That's the question. It's like about your life.
Yes. So if you're walking down that bridge in Australia जहाँ crocodiles चेल कर रहे होते हैं, वो हर दफा काटेगा नहीं, बट रोज उस ब्रिज पे चलना क्यों है? Knowing fully हुआ है कि इस पे इतने सारे crocodiles हैं और किसी दिन किसी का मूड खराब हो सकता है. तो that feeling of even if nothing happens, the feeling के बहुत crocodiles हैं, वो ही आपको मिलनी तबादत करती है. तो वो मेहनत नहीं पे करनी वो प्राइस.
लेकिन आप अपने आप को, do you think you're a star? Do you think you're born to be in the public eye?
नहीं. I feel like celebrity जो है ना, वो एक way of life है. I'm sure you know celebrity. They live life a certain way. They want people to know they've entered the room. They want to control how they'll be seen, what they will look like, where they will be. I am none of that. नहीं, मैं तो जिस तरह हूँ उस तरह बात करता हूँ. आपने देखा भी जिस तरह आया इसी तरह हूँ. ऑन कैमरा भी यही हूँ, ऑफ कैमरा भी यही हूँ. लाइफ में मिलेंगे तो भी ऐसा ही हूँ. बाल भी नहीं बनाता, नहीं धोता, तो मैं कैसे उठ के हर जगह आ जाता हूँ. तो I really don't live that life.
You're sweet. That's sweet. I'm definitely
थोड़ा इनफैक्ट नहीं लगा the way you said it. Oh, my sweet little summer child. What a dumb mother. Feels it, थोड़ी आई.
Oh, I love that. I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to say, but like, I could never stop just trying, like something,
Sure. I mean,
you feel that?
But what does it mean to try?
Like, I feel like, I'm born to be there.
To be well.
For the people, like, for the culture.
You're born to be for the culture.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Like, it's part of my destiny. Like, basically, I'll say it in one word, so aapko samajh aaye. To sacrifice my own life for Pakistan.
Like that
Great.
kid. Like that kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly like that. That's what I feel. And I feel like you resonate with that.
No, hello. मुझे कोई सरफरोशी की तमन्ना मेरे दिल में नहीं है. मुझे कोई मरने का शौक नहीं. I would be very happy opening like a seafood restaurant on a beach in Thailand. कुछ सुनामी से मुझे तो डर लगता है. But I would be very happy अगर कोई गिरगित में मैंने कोई रेस्टोरेंट खोल लिया और मैं सारी जिंदगी डिस्कनेक्ट फ्रॉम द वर्ल्ड वहाँ गुजार ली, या इटली में कहीं छोटे गाँव में पिज्जा बना रहा हूँ. I'd be very happy doing that. I have no issues. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah. My ideal life, if I could afford it, would be कि मैं 6 महीने सब बकवास करूँ online, whatever. And then मैं 6 महीने की जाकर छुट्टी ले लूँ. कभी थाईलैंड की किसी बीच पे, कभी टिलित में, कभी यूरोप में, जहाँ मुझे कोई नहीं जानता. चल बोले चल उत्थे ही चले रिश्ते सारे रखने, ना कोई साड़ी लात पहचाने, ना कोई साथ
ना
क्या मतलब इसका देरा बताओ आप जो इतना. What does it mean?
It means, yeah, I'm a boss and I'm not afraid to show it.
It means take me somewhere where nobody knows me, nobody recognizes me.
I'm gonna hug you मैं तुम्हें ले जाती हूँ, मैं तुम्हें ले जाती हूँ.
That's not an awe moment. That's the dream.
That is the truth.
That is the dream.
No, that is, and you're gonna make it happen. You know.
Sure.
Speaking on that note,
Whereas, like, that's the dream. You'll be unknown soon. And you're gonna make it happen, bro.
वो लास्ट पॉडकास्ट है.
कौन मेरा कौन तला जो होगा ना वो एक एस्पिरेशनल सॉन्ग होगा. कौन सा Yeah.
मैं बनाती हूँ.
Go for it.
Lizzie, tell me on that note that how do you make money? पैसा कैसे कमाते हो?
शुरू बताए तो 5,000 रुपए दिखते हैं.
ओनली फैंस पहले उनका ओनली फैंस पे जाके सब्सक्राइब करें. शहजाद का अनफिल्टर्ड अनसेंसर्ड कंटेंट है वहाँ. बिल्कुल शर्ट्स ऑन है या ऑफ है?
It's same टाइटल है वहाँ पर. It's ThePakistan OnlyFans.com/ये आप मिल जाएगा.
मिल रहा है. पता नहीं कैसे मिल जाएगी शर्ट.
आपने शायद गलत समझा. द पाकिस्तान एक्सपीरियंस. द पाकिस्तान. आप इतने अच्छा नहीं थी बोलने. पाकिस्तान ऐसा बोला उसने मुस्लिम नहीं है.
ओके. तो आपका बड़ा
मेरा. हाँ जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सही पहचाना आपने. बताया किसी दोस्त ने. हाँ आपको पता चल चुका है.
यार मैंने आपका एक पॉडकास्ट देखा था विद वन ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स दानियाल. तो मैं थोड़ा देख रही थी. मैं पूछ रही थी. मैं सोच रही थी यार मैंने शहजाद ने क्रैक अ जोक. When is he gonna crack a joke? We can go, but I know Daniel is very serious, So I'm happy we're cracking jokes here.
It's a fun podcast.
Yeah, dude, I love your jokes.
Already मैंने bum down कर दिया.
Unfiltered.
Already मैंने bum down कर दिया लोगों को.
Bum down?
Serious बातें करके शुरू में.
Yeah.
Keep it light.
No, I love your serious बातें. By the way, serious is also good. So, what is your biggest fear? सबसे बड़ा डरना का चीज क्या है? What's your biggest fear about the future? Future के बारे में?
If I move abroad and then I come back to Pakistan and I do podcast, then I will be like, आपका डरना का क्या चीज है? I sound like that. I think इस चीज से बहुत डर है. तो मैं गया 5 साल बाद दिल्ली में रहने के बाद पाकिस्तान आओ and then I'm like, जी मिस्टर इस्माइल आपका सबसे बड़ा डरना डरना का चीज क्या है आपका?
कोशिश तो मैं ऐसे नहीं हो सकता क्या मेरे कुल्क के लिए मैं कुछ ना कोशिश तो कर. कोशिश तो कर.
कोशिश देहात में सिर्फ कोशिश दी. What's my biggest fear? Spiders. Me and Ron Weasley same.
नहीं, I asked what's your biggest fear about the future?
ये जब बड़े होंगे बच्चे जिनको हम कुछ नहीं दे रहे. Yeah.
But I think Pakistan is coming up there. अभी आ रहा है अब.
ठीक है वेट कर. हाँ कितने ले रहे 5 में 10 मिनट. Let's see that come up करता है.
I loved it, dude. Okay, so if today was your last podcast ever, which it might just be, maybe it could just be. No, yeah. What's one message that you want to leave behind for your legacy? आपके बच्चे देखेंगे.
You up question mark.
You up? You up? ये आपके बच्चे को आप ये सिखा.
हाँ ये मेरा मैसेज है lasting for the country.
You up or down?
No, you were saying that Pakistan's coming up, so I want to ask the next generation. You up? Have you come up?
Dude, we're up.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that question. You should just get a tattoo.
I should get a tattoo.
You up?
You up?
Okay. Yeah, I'm up. Oh, you're up?
Yeah.
Up.
Europe नहीं पाकिस्तान. पाकिस्तान की बात हो रही है.
Dude, you're hilarious. Man, I think, by the way, मैं आपको एक बहुत सच बात कहूंगी on the camera. Take it seriously. Okay. I really think you should be a comedian.
Okay.
I really think so that you must, continue like this path and think about comedians seriously.
Done.
Comedy serious.
I do think about comedy very seriously.
Because this is like, woo, amazing. Okay, should we take a little, like a little break to do a little taste test? वो बैग पास करके जो मैं पॉइंट
ओके
वो जो बैग में पॉइंट करी लाल सा नहीं
लाल की स्पॉन्सरशिप है क्या है?
नहीं सेंसिटिव नहीं आई विश अब इसके बाद होगा ओके तो आपने कभी देखा था वो वायरल चॉकलेट पिस्ताशियो जो भी है ओके तो मैंने हमारे लिए बिकॉज ये प्रोफेशनल शो है आपके शो की जरूरत नहीं है
बिल्कुल नहीं है
तो,
कितना प्रोफेशनल है ये आपने जो मिस किया है ये कचरा फेंके उठाओ इसको आई वांट टू सैक्रिफाइस माय लाइफ फॉर पाकिस्तान तो ये लड़के कचरा उठा ये देख रही आप इनको तुम सब दुगना लगान दोगे लावेड़ी में
हाँ you know behind the scenes तो मैं तो कुछ
I want to sacrifice my life driver गाड़ी लाओ driver please गाड़ी लाओ गरीब लोग हैं इधर तो मैंने गरीब लोग मेरे को देख रहा है
I'm dying laughing यार this is my favorite यार मुझे रोना आ रहा है देख के oh gosh
मुझे देख के लगने कोई देना Yes, also works.
So ये है हमारा चॉकलेट वायरल पिस्ताशियो bonbons जो लाल बना रहे हैं और हमें स्पॉन्सर नहीं कर रहे हैं अब तक
So then we're gonna shit on their chocolate. Make us the word chocolate.
No, it might just be okay. तो हम ट्राई करेंगे ये चीज को आपने देखा हुआ है कभी पहले
मैंने कभी पहले चॉकलेट देखा है हाँ बिल्कुल मैंने कभी पहले चॉकलेट
Okay,
देखा है इतना भी गरीब नहीं हूँ मैं सुनो बेटा गरीब आपने कभी पहले चॉकलेट देखा है नहीं सर मैथमेटिक्स आगे बढ़ा बहुत सारी जिंदगी मजे क्या होता चॉकलेट में होता हाँ मैंने पहले चॉकलेट
Cheers, brother.
cheers
okay
that's genuinely not very good why the green inside
this is the viral pistachio one
I'm sure this is not the वो जो दुबई से आ रहा होता है मैं get some टिश्यू मिल सकता है
टिश्यू में
फिलहाल
मैंने देखा था पहले
I'm sure ये इतना बुरा नहीं वो जो 6-7 हजार का बाहर मिलता है
वो 9,000 का मिलता है बहन
This is how you know that मैं नहीं खरीद रहा वो वाला बात This is how I trained Zahra She thought about throwing it and she like hand over कर दे फिर से लील नहीं होगा नहीं
क्या हुआ अच्छा लगा
सेम नहीं मेरा वाले पे नहीं
You guys need to take a break because शहजाद insisted that वो उनको भी ट्राई करवाए चॉकलेट और उनको बहुत अच्छा
कैमरा में रिव्यू देंगे This is I'm here to train Zahra or to treat her staff उसके लिए कितनी पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्ड 6-7 महीने से रिकॉर्ड कर रही है पहली दफा इनके स्टाफ को इन्होंने चॉकलेट खिलाया है और ऑन कैमरा से मैं तो रोज खाती हूँ देन आई आस्क्ड स्टाफ से सर हमने तो कभी नहीं खाया एक इतना सा चॉकलेट नहीं दिया इसने कभी अपने स्टाफ को वेल डन Zahra well done I want to sacrifice my life Pakistan bring me all the chocolates if anybody eats
मैं आपको डिनर के लिए लेके जा रही हूँ This is so much
मुझे जाना या नहीं जाना मैं आपको लेके जा रही हूँ भाई कंसेंट जरूरी नो जी
Oh my god यार मुझे रोना आ रहा है I've never laughed so much This is the best I think मैं सिर्फ comedians को मैं शो पे बुला रही हूँ अभी ये comedian शो है यार पर आपके अलावा कोई और comedians funny भी नहीं है कि
बहुत सारे बहुत funny comedians
अच्छा okay you're gonna defend your comedian if you defend them
my tribe
your tribe okay तो आप मुझे ये बताएं थोड़ा बिजनेस और ब्रांडिंग के बारे में आपने अपने आप को मार्केट कैसे किया एंड ब्रांड कैसे करते आपके पॉडकास्ट को
मैं दोनों चीजें नहीं करता
yeah how do you market
I don't
मतलब लोग कैसे देखते हैं आपके पॉडकास्ट
find me
you do
build एक Field of Dreams मेरे जमाने की मूवी है उसमें they said you build it and they come
you build it and they come that's so
कभी मैंने कभी स्ट्रिप क्लब खोला ना उसका ये टैगलाइन हो गया
you build it and they come oh my god I love them
yeah
okay तो कोई देख रहा होगा ये और वो देख रहे थे यार शहजाद और ज़हरा की तरह मुझे भी बनना है मुझे भी पॉडकास्ट क्रिएट
कोई नहीं सोच रहा ये कोई नहीं देखे ये शहजाद और ज़हरा की तरह मतलब
मुझे भी तो वो सोच रहे थे मुझे भी पॉडकास्ट करना है me too me also तो what advice you want to give them that क्या advice आप देखिए उनको।
डोंट
क्यों?
नहीं कर ले यार कर। आई थिंक अगर आपने पॉडकास्ट इसलिए बनना है कि मैं स्टार बन जाऊंगा, वो मत करो.
नहीं, स्टार आप नहीं, पॉडकास्ट से तो नहीं बनेंगे आपको।
If you want to have conversations, if you want to meet people, if you want to put that stuff out there, do it. Do it on something that you're interested in. I think generally सारी जो पॉडकास्ट शुरू हो रही हैं वो एक जनरल पॉडकास्ट है, जो मेरी भी है, but that field is bit too saturated.
Yeah.
So अगर आप कोई नीश पकड़ लें जिसमें आपका genuinely interest है, that would be better. So like for instance, I don't think there's a big podcast in esports, but esports is humongous in Pakistan. So things like that, like a lot of people started cricket podcasts and they grew a lot more rapidly than most people because let's say the championship trophy हो रही है, PSL हो रही है, तो अगर आपका एक क्रिकेट पॉडकास्ट है उसके 10-20 हज़ार भी सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं, there's a high chance that you get some work from a cricket team, from a PSL franchise, as opposed to if you had a general podcast. It also helps the YouTube algorithm अगर आप niche पे focus करें.
Wow, that's really good advice.
Thank you.
थोड़ा से serious हो नहीं सकते आप, थोड़ा से that's actually great advice. And you know,
niche भी हूँ,
आप
मैं सिर्फ niche नहीं हूँ.
आप niche अपने आप के लिए पिक करते तो आप क्या पिक करते हैं?
Oh, what would be my niche? I think मेरा लाइफ का मसला ही यही है कि मुझसे फोकस रहा नहीं जाता. हाँ, I don't want to self-diagnose myself with ADHD on camera. At least I don't want to do that. But I can't. I do lack focus. So it probably hurts the YouTube algorithm. But if I'm interested in something, then I'm interested in that. And I'll do something on that. And then if I lose interest, then I'm going to go on and date somebody else. I mean, do something else. So I lose interest quickly, but then I also get obsessed very quickly.
That's cool. I like that. तो आपके बचपन के एक कहानी बताएं from your childhood that you know we could resonate with that.
I think मेरी बातें सुन के आपको आइडिया तो हो गया होगा कि मेरे सर पे गिरा था, मैं चोट लगी थी. Yeah, very good. I don't know if I squint really hard, you could probably see the stitches somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I'm actually getting
Yeah. What if you give my eye? What is that?
Sir pe,
Yeah.
you know, so you guys don't be mean because,
Yes.
you know, you're in a,
Yeah.
you know, sir pe gira.
Sir, pick your up.
Girpa. Girpa.
आप किसी क्लास में किसी सर पे गिरी एंड किसी सर पे गिरी?
ए, सर पे गिरी तो नहीं,
क्या पढ़ाते थे? कौन से सब्जेक्ट?
आप
कौन सा सब्जेक्ट? डॉग सर.
आप थोड़ा तो एक पर्सनल बात बताओ यार, अंदर की बात बताओ. मुझे कुछ टी चाहिए, चाय चाहिए मुझे, नॉट फिजिकल चाय.
मुझे इतना भी बुढ़ा नहीं होना. I know what tea.
I want tea. I want a story जब आपने स्कूल में कुछ शरारत किया.
मैंने स्कूल में सिर्फ शरारतें की हैं. Everything has happened to me. I've been suspended, I've been expelled, सब कुछ तो मेरे साथ हो चुका है.
Expelled?
हाँ, मैं सब हो चुका है मेरे साथ जिंदगी में. Yeah.
Me too.
Joe, you've been expelled
No, I was evicted from her apartment.
from your apartment.
New York.
For doing what?
Playing music too loud consistently for 7 months. When? Police.
The police
So
came.
police came. I was like, "Nahi, go away." Came again 2 hours. They kicked me out right there.
Provocated too loud.
I was having a party every day. तो आप बताएं, अभी मैंने आपको बताया.
नहीं, मैं तो cool life जी नहीं मैंने. I think the only time the police got involved was when my friend jumped the turnstile in New York and there was an undercover cop around there too. मैंने उसको बोला कर ले.
Oh, so you've been to New York?
Yeah. कुछ ये इतने लिखने का फायदा क्या, जो भी नाम भी नहीं पता, साल भी नहीं पता, क्या किया है क्या नहीं किया
making
वो
a
भी
joke.
नहीं पता.
Like you've been to New York, you're not like okay. Never mind. My jokes are not as funny as yours. They don't land.
Chocolates kind
You're actually really funny though. But dude, I thought I was funny. Okay.
I thought I was the only one in New York.
Okay, तो आपको क्या लगता है जब what makes a truly great conversation great?
Conversations are like rivers. I think when they flow, they flow. So अगर तो आपको dams बनाने पड़े, reservoirs बनाने पड़े, constantly, you're trying to control the flow of the river and it's not flowing or you need to like put some more water in के river flow करे तो फिर मजा नहीं आता. Yeah. A good podcast is like a good date.
ऐसे मेरे पॉडकास्ट नहीं चल रहे बिकॉज मेरे डेट्स भी नहीं चल
हाँ नहीं डेट होती तो आप तक जा चुका हूँ. So this is my advice to everybody who dates.
What's your advice?
Always have an out.
Always have an out, right?
Yeah, always be like, oh, let's meet at 7. I have to be somewhere at 8. So okay, if it's going well, you can be like, हाँ मैं थोड़ा लेट जा सकती हूँ. First date. Is that me or the chocolate? Okay.
Wow, dude. So do you want to talk about dating a little bit? It's actually my favorite topic.
Go for it.
So what do you think of like finding your partner on Bumble, जो आजकल बहुत चल रहा है?
भाई मुझे तो नहीं मिला कोई काम करने मुझे.
मैं तो Bumble पे हूँ नहीं और कभी मैं थी नहीं because you're celeb. Status है यहाँ.
Are you on Raya?
Yeah.
Are you on Raya?
No. I'm in person. You feel like the
Loser.
Oh my God. मुझे राया पे लगा वो राया क्या होता है?
I sent you an invite. Okay. Yeah.
So what do you think about dating in the modern world in Pakistan 2025? What do you
Oh, I think it's horrendous. Yeah, I think it's terrible. I think मेरा भी patience to meet new people बहुत कम हो गया है. Generally, I also feel like the quality of people has massively gone down. So, you know, people around us, the people who've known for a while, I get the fact that you've known them for a while. So, of course, you like them, which is why they're still there in your life. But somehow you don't see people like that anymore. So they exist, they're out there. At least maybe I haven't found them. Yeah, maybe all the good ones are taken.
What do you think makes a date good?
Like I said, it's conversation, right? So that's तो आपको force नहीं करना पड़ रहा. अगर तो every third, fourth question is contrived.
Yeah.
So what do you have plans? So what's your favorite? If somebody is struggling to come up with questions and they're resorting to these cliched questions, that means the conversation went nowhere. तो vibe होती है, vibe check हो जाए. If तो फिर vibe भी vibe.
I check हो जाए, I check. I had to do the question in my head that came and then it left. It went away.
और 6 महीने पार्टी अंदर तो ये होता है. Loud music all the time.
Wait, I was gonna say, okay. So when you first started doing jokes, which my friend is recently getting into it, so they're memorizing jokes from other comedians and practicing and learning, that's how you learn. So how did you like first tell your first stand-up comedy show? Like what was that whole like?
I went about it the wrong way. अगर आप वैसे memorize कर रहे हैं for the sake of developing your voice or learning, sure, never do them on stage. Because I've seen a lot of comedians do other people's material. That's a no-no. That's a non-starter. तो how comedy usually works is कि आप किसी club में जाते हैं, आपको 5 मिनट का spot मिलता है, and you work on your first 5 minutes over a couple of years. Then you move on to your next 5 minutes. यहाँ पर वो culture exist नहीं करता है. तो मेरा पहला show ही मेरा घंटे का show था, where I did it for an online. So I just wrote things I say to my friend which I think are funny, and then I wrote stories around that. It wasn't very good, but it helped me figure out what the art form is. And then over time, जो मैं पहले let's say अगर 5 मिनट का joke सुनाता था, I realized for a 10-second joke. So upon retelling, it's like writing. When you vomit out your first draft, once you go back and read it, then you realize कि अच्छा यार ये यहाँ बहुत meaty है, यहाँ बहुत fatty है, this needs to be more streamlined. Oh, the rabbit hole I went down, this is not what the story means, so you get rid of that. Comedy writing is like water. It needs to find the quickest way. जिस तरह से मैं यहाँ पानी गिरा दूँ, so it's search for what's the quickest way to go down. Wow. That's what comedy writing is. Find the quickest route to the punchline.
Yeah. So you're like a real comedian. Like you take it very seriously.
I take it very seriously.
Like you study the craft.
I did my masters in theatre.
What?
कुछ नहीं पता मेरे बारे में.
Oh my God.
कुछ नहीं पता मेरे बारे में.
No, of course you did your masters in
कहाँ से?
She left. Okay, that's not my fault. Garrison did on the release.
Go there.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Where did you do it?
New York.
Where?
David College?
Oh
Yes.
wow! You guys,
Did you ever go to UCB?
you guys, Shehzad
Oh.
studied theater in New York.
ये झूठ
I
बोल रही है,
didn't
मैंने
know
अभी
that.
बताया।
नहीं मैंने मुझे तो
Shoot.
मैं आपके बारे में बहुत कुछ जानती
Did you ever go to UCB? Upright Citizens Brigade?
हूँ.
Achha. So I also did improv and yeah, improv and sketch comedy there.
Sketch comedy there.
Yeah. Not a show, but I did at their academy. Yeah.
Wow.
हाँ तो मैंने प्रोफेशनली चीजें सीखी में कॉमेडी और
Wow.
फॉगीज.
So you love it.
Do you love it?
You do love it.
You love
I
it. I
love
love
it. You love it. You love it. You could never leave it. I think now Tony to Thailand up नहीं जा रहा है.
You वहाँ नहीं कर सकता है कॉमेडी.
हाँ.
कर सकते हैं.
हाँ. Okay. And yeah.
एक ही काम भी वो थाईलैंड जाता है.
No.
दो.
Okay. So, what do you think of acting in dramas as a comedian?
Acting in dramas as a comedian. What do you mean? How, as a comedian, what do I think of acting in drama? ये पढ़े कि नहीं है तुम्हारे इससे पहले? ये पढ़े भी नहीं है यार, क्या लिख के मुझे दे दिया? ये एपिसोड अनएडिटेड जाना चाहिए. This should go unedited.
I swear it really should, but it won't. No, okay, it might just.
मुझे भेज दीजिएगा अनएडिटेड अपना डाल दूँगा.
Okay, fine. This is back to overrated, underrated. Podcasting as a career.
As a career, underrated. I don't think anybody's, at least a lot of people aren't looking at.
That is as a career. You know who's doing it really well is like Anant Asin from FHM.
FHM podcast.
Ha. So, okay, what do you think about cancel culture? Overrated, underrated?
Overrated. I think it's nonsense.
It's a nonsense. It's a nonsense. We're allowed to grow. Feminism in Pakistan.
Underrated. I think we minimize the studies
Oh,
even.
yeah. I'm sure for so many women it's so hard and excited in the world, but for me, being a girl is awesome.
Are you waiting for me to say something?
Therapy for men.
Underrated.
Yeah. Twitter fights.
Overrated.
Spirituality in the modern world.
Underrated in actuality. But what all is sold to you in the name of spirituality were predicted.
Wow. So, do you believe in manifestation?
Yes.
And what are your thoughts? Like what is something you manifested? How do you manifest things?
It depends what you mean by it, right? I'm gonna sit at night and pray for things to happen. They might still happen. But if you're genuinely manifesting something, then you're also working towards that thing. So bas aisa to nahi, it's not witchcraft. But you do send out the right kind of energies and then you work towards that. So let's say there are nitty down man. And it can be as simple as you talk about it. So you go out, you talk about it with somebody else, and उसी वक्त से दोस्त है 6 महीने बाद उसकी किसी से बात की. I'm like, oh, a friend of mine was doing it to it. I connect the two of you. So things happen when you send out energies into the world. And yeah, so it's not witchcraft in my opinion.
Wow, amazing that she's back.
Save me, please.
Don't kiss your back.
Save me.
Okay. So now let's do that game was boring. Yeah, you're right. So let's do this fight game.
You didn't even say it. Where'd you
Okay.
Me nervous
Who
होता है.
knows?
She's
No, I was just worried that. Okay, who knows Pakistan better? How many prime ministers has Pakistan had since 1947?
Do I get options?
Yeah, you would have.
Okay, Shahbaz Sharif. I mean, we're not counting caretaker prime ministers. Right?
Okay.
We're not counting caretaker prime ministers. शहबाज शरीफ थे, उनसे पहले इमरान खान थे, उनसे पहले शाहिद खान अब्बासी थे, पहले नवाज शरीफ थे, उनसे पहले राजा अशरफ थे, उनसे पहले यूसुफ रजा गिलानी थे, उनसे पहले वीर अफसर सुलेमान जमाली थे, चौधरी शुजात हुसैन थे, उनसे पहले फिर वापस नवाज शरीफ थे, उससे पहले बेनज़ीर भुट्टो थी, बेनज़ीर भुट्टो से पहले चुनीजो थे, चुनीजो से पहले सूरत भुट्टो थे. Did Yahya Khan have a prime minister? I don't think Yahya had a prime minister. Firoz Khan थे, फिर शुरू में लियाकत अली खान थे, and then Chaudhry Muhammad Ali was also prime minister. Where are we at?
We're at You Want My Heart. You want it. This is the best thing I've heard. Bro.
Hussain Sheikh Sorwandi was prime minister.
Mashallah. You really deserve Pakistan.
I really deserve Pakistan. myself. You really deserve Pakistan. अब से मैं ये बोलूँगा, किसी ने जब मुझे ट्रोल किया ना, I think you really deserve Pakistan. What's the correct answer? You don't really have to say. You just have the question. You don't have the answer in front of you.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. यहाँ डाल देना.
Okay. Yeah, I can't even because I don't know.
Wow.
Okay, cool, but
पीछे क्यों होगा आपके जवाब?
if you had to guess one.
Have you ever struggled this much in a podcast?
I've never laughed this much also. Okay, what's the official drink of Pakistan? I don't know the answers. No.
Do you have an official drink?
I don't think so.
Pakola probably pretends कि हमारी official drink है.
No, but okay. This or that, comedy or podcasting?
Comedy.
Yeah. Okay. Roast battle or thoughtful discussion?
Thoughtful discussion.
Oh, Joshni. Live shows are online.
Live show. Or non-service.
I love your face, Arthur. He's like, where did I come? Why am I agreeing?
I'm mastering my gym face. If you see in the office, then it's like
Karachi or Lahore?
Karachi.
Cancel culture or no filter?
No filter.
Politics or pop culture?
Politics.
Really?
Yeah.
You know about politics? Yes. Okay.
That's true.
I don't know anything about politics. I know you know about politics. You talk about it. Okay. One big viral clip or 10 meaningful conversations?
Jen means good one.
Aww.
I'm happy.
So sweet. Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos?
The both the kids, but out of the two of them, maybe because.
Okay. 1 month without internet or 1 month without speaking?
Without internet, of course.
Wow.
हाँ, joke नहीं डाला.
चुप नहीं रहा जा सकता है. Okay, would you like to be known, which I think you are both, by the way, would you like to be known as the funniest guy in Pakistan or the smartest guy in Pakistan?
Funniest out of the two of them.
Oh.
Smartest तो party.
Okay, cool. Okay, this is...
खुद इतने smart नहीं है तो अगर पूरे पाकिस्तान को कोई बहुत smart लग रहा है तो probably वो भी smart नहीं होगा ना यार.
I love you. मैं सबको थोड़ा मक्खन लगा.
नहीं यार. If all of Pakistan thinks I'm the smartest person in
Then we're in trouble.
then I'm in trouble. Then I'm really saying some real dumb shit.
Okay, so if you could host the Pakistan experience anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I think the answer to that question is in the name of my podcast.
The Pakistan.
Presenting the Pakistan experience live from Shopong.
Okay, biggest misconception people have about you.
In one word, that I'm arrogant.
You know, people do. I think people
Yeah.
do think that about you, but you're like the sweetest person I'd ever met.
हाँ, तो वो और misconception में थोड़ा सा हो सकता है. Haircuts I don't get at all. I think maybe because मैं थोड़ा inaccessible हूँ. Just because there's so much going on. Arrogance मुझे बिल्कुल नहीं समझ में आता है कि कहाँ से वो लग रहा है.
हाँ, नहीं, मुझे नहीं लगता है, बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
Be happy. This is your mantra and
Yes. Be happy. I love that. And on that note, we want to celebrate you today, and we want to.
There's a cake.
Oh
wow. Thank you so much.
We want to sing for you because we like to make every day a birthday.
Oh wow.
And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Should happy for you.
Oh, the app of full speak.
You bag it.
नहीं, आप-
It's for you. It's for you.
I can't.
It's really nice. It's fine.
I can't.
Whether you give it to someone, I don't know.
Thank you.
The day is not over yet.
I don't just.
It's not perfect yet.
कितना है?
And then we just got you flowers.
Thank you.
Because we love you. He's like, no. Oh my god, we got you like really low quality flowers.
Thank you.
But like just the vines of it. Okay, and then we have like a little gift over here. Open it.
These are the only flowers I will get in February this year.
Oh, नहीं मैं Valentine's Day तो तुम्हें बाहर लेके जाए.
Oh, you just took this picture.
It's so cute. I
That's
love
really
it.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
like-
great touch. You just get the picture and then you get printed and then you frame it.
Very professional, yeah.
That's a very good touch, Zara. That's one.
That-
That's something I can't copy.
This is from my brain, and they make it all happen. I never do anything. I just come up with the ideas. Okay. Yeah, I love it though. So thank you so much for coming. And Vade, I'm taking you out for dinner because I love you, man. With my friend, with my bestie. Please go. Okay, so आपके नीचे एक board है. So we're gonna cut the show with that board. What do you think?
Go for that. Back camera.
Yes.
This is Shalal Zayas and I had a great time being on Hello Zara.